our friendship has gone on for 20 years.
Yeah.
And her work and her presence have just been continual sources of instruction and inspiration, and changed my work and my life. And every once in a while she's a character in a poem of mine. So I want to end with a poem in which Marie makes a guest appearance. And it's from a group of poems which attempt to sort of, through stories, little anecdotes, to kind of theorize about various perennial mysteries. This one wants to think about marriage and what happens between people who stay together a long time, the kinds of exchanges that take place. It's called Theory of Marriage. I have a slight thrumming aura of backache. So Marie, we've met for a late lunch before a movie at a Greek place in the West Village, says, what you need is the Qigong parlor. So we take a cab to a vague block between Soho and Chinatown. Marie has to look to find it. And once she's spotted the flight of scarlet stairs leading down the street, she leaves us at the door, benevolently, as if to say, here, my dears, is the gift I've led you to. We're ushered into a long room, bright as a nail salon. Various citizens, entirely dressed but for coat and shoes, prone upon many tables, as we are, in a moment, Paul an aisle away from me. His masseur's an intense, strapping man. Mine an intense, compact woman who asks what sort of treatment I require and soon pushes against various points along my spine. Knots of tension loosening. And soon I'm fading under the specific presence of touch. No more bright chamber full of sore New Yorkers. No more street noise, shoppers. No more various and polyphonic expressions of desire. No desire, really. Just press and release. Here and here. Awareness moving from one instance to the next. Is that the cure? For subjectivity to diminish to a singular point of attention. Everything but this floated away. All too soon, it's over. And the masseuse says, your friend not done. You want do more? Sure, I say. Feet, she says. Almost before I've nodded, we're off the pushing, exploring regions that do not seem to exist until pressed. And then the self's a glass fishbowl, dropped from some great height, falling slowly, at ease, shattering without a sound. And just as the weightless fish go fantailing free, I'm aware that Paul is crying, ow! And then I hear his masseur say, your friend not done. You want more? And he must think he may as well, since I am still releasing the contained sounds of one pushed into new life until my treatment comes to an end and the woman says, friend not done. We do head. And as a resistance I didn't know was there is banished, I am dimly aware that the masseur has climbed onto Paul's back. Paul is crying, oh, ow! And just as I am vanishing again into the heaven of rubbed temples, where no city exists except the one in which the skull produces a repetitive golden music somewhere far away, Paul's masseur says, dear friend. In this way, we spend a small but substantive fortune. A sum which would have been even greater had I not cried out as my masseuse left my hands and wrists and prepared to commence elsewhere, stop, enough, no, to Paul's huge relief. Since he thought I must want to continue, and therefore he must persist while I am persisting, even though he was in pain, strong-armed by his assailant. And I thought he wanted to go on, and therefore I must endure the bliss that had become an exhaustion. And we walked out on the street relieved, late for the movies, Paul limping a little. My backache gone.
let's give another round of applause to these two wonderful poets. When I hear poetry that's that good, it really makes me remember why I love poetry so much. Thank you very much. Let's give it another round. June 12th, we have the Paterson Art Walk, and